This past Monday, we traveled back to one of the most dramatic moments in American history, a government compound surrounded by chaos, thousands desperately searching for a way out. U.S. Marines working with quiet determination as helicopters come and go overhead. Before they departed, they carefully removed official documents, embassy seals, historic signage, and one mysterious artifact bearing a quotation that has echoed through American history for generations. But what was it? Why was it so important? And what became of it after the final evacuation? Today, we're going to reveal the rest of the story. It was April 1975. America was a nation divided. Philadelphia Freedom topped the music charts. The Godfather Part 2 ruled the box office. President Gerald Ford faced one of the most difficult moments of his presidency as North Vietnamese forces rapidly closed in on Saigon. Outside the U.S. Embassy, thousands of South Vietnamese civilians gathered at the gates, hoping for rescue. Inside, Marines and embassy personnel worked around the clock, destroying classified documents, organizing evacuations, and preserving official government property before abandoning the building. Among those items was one remarkable artifact. The mystery artifact was an official plaque displayed in the United States Embassy in Saigon. Its words were written more than 2 centuries earlier by one of America's founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin. The plaque read, "They that can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." Those words have become one of the best known quotations in American history. Originally written in 1755 during a dispute over taxation and frontier defense in colonial Pennsylvania, Franklin warned against surrendering fundamental liberties for short-term political convenience or temporary protection. For many Americans today, the quotation serves as a reminder that freedom carries responsibility. It reflects the belief that constitutional rights, individual liberty, and self-government should be protected, even during times of uncertainty, fear, and national crisis. The quotation does not mean that every security measure is wrong or that a nation should ignore public safety. Rather, it cautions against permanently giving up essential freedoms in exchange for temporary promises of security. Displayed in the American Embassy, these words carried extraordinary symbolism during those final hours in Saigon. As the building was being evacuated, Marines removed official government property, including embassy seals, historical plaques such as ours, and symbolic artifacts to prevent them from being abandoned or misused after the embassy fell. Whether the Benjamin Franklin plaque survived intact and where it ultimately ended up remains a subject of interest among historians and collectors, but its message continues to resonate long after the building itself ceased to serve its purpose. By April 29, 1975, the situation had become desperate. Operation Frequent Wind, the largest helicopter evacuation in history, was underway. American helicopters continuously landed inside the embassy compound while Marines secured landing zones and protected evacuees awaiting their turn to leave. Thousands of South Vietnamese citizens crowded outside the embassy walls. Some climbed trees, others scaled the walls. Many pleaded for admission. For countless families, every departing helicopter represented both hope and heartbreak. Inside, Marines maintained remarkable discipline under extraordinary pressure. Sensitive communications equipment was destroyed. Classified files were burned or shredded. Official seals were safeguarded. Historic artifacts were packed away whenever possible. Finally, during the early morning hours of April 30th, the last Marines boarded the awaiting helicopters. As the aircraft lifted off from the embassy rooftop, America's military involvement in Vietnam came to an end. The images captured that morning would become some of the most recognizable photographs of the 20th century. The Benjamin Franklin plaque represented something larger than bronze and engraved letters. It symbolized the ideals upon which the United States was founded: liberty, individual rights, representative government. Those principles had inspired generations of Americans long before Vietnam and continue to shape debates about freedom and security today. Its removal during the embassy evacuation at Saigon reminds us that while buildings may be abandoned, ideas endure. Well, we have talked about the mystery artifact that was long ago taken, and I don't want to say misplaced, during the fall of Saigon and the evacuation from the U.S. Embassy. But as the story goes, a Marine took this item back in 1975, and he had it for 40 plus years. It came to the attention of the gentleman who I ended up buying this from, that the Marine had it. They struck a deal, and the individual, I'll name him, his name is Tom McLeod. He is from Texarkana, Texas. About 3 years ago, I purchased his collection, and this plaque that I'm about to show you was part of that collection. And I am extremely pleased to have this in the Gung Ho military collection. It proudly is displayed on my wall. And without further ado, this is the plaque. It is, I think, a brass plaque with black lettering and a beautiful painted U.S. Embassy seal. And it's mounted on what appears to be mahogany. But the cool thing about this is on the back side, it has the manufacturer's business card, and the manufacturer, or the small business, was located in Saigon. So all the pieces fit together. I wish I had the name of the Marine that actually brought this home as a souvenir, but unfortunately I do not, and it is lost to time, unless by some happenstance, chance, he runs across this video and he's like, hey, that's me. And then he tells me, which that would be great. But anyways, so that concludes the big reveal of our Part A and Part B mystery series. But be sure to join us every Monday for Part A as we present the clues of our weekly mystery. And be sure to join us for Friday as we reveal the rest of the story. History isn't only found in books about battles or biographies about world leaders. Sometimes it survives through a forgotten plaque on a wall, or a simple quotation, or an artifact quietly carried away before history changed forever. What do you think? Should historic artifacts like this remain in museums, or preserved by private collectors so future generations can continue to study them? I honestly would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed solving today's mystery, please give this video a thumbs up. subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Every Monday begins a brand new mystery, and every Friday we reveal the rest of the story. Until next time, keep asking who, what, when, and where. And as always, I appreciate your support, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Take care.